Royal Crown. Strength goes down, agility goes down. She can't wear it. Okay. At least Edgar should be able to wear it. Dante. Okay. So this is the problem. It's got tentacles in the engine. What should we do? Our treasure's in the storeroom back there. I'll keep this thing busy. You guys go get the treasure. But boss, it's awfully dangerous. Get moving. Edgar. What are you standing around for, Celis? Give me a hand. Youch. Oh. I was about to say, I defended against release? Oh my god. I don't have raise. Well, that's some bullshit. Yep, I did all that. Resistance. Okay. Right. Hmm. You like the electric violin in that piece of music? Dude, the music's just really good in general in this game. It's crazy. Come on. One down. No! Fuck! Alright, well, he's dead. I heard Figaro had run into some kind of trouble. I wanted to help. How was I supposed to get in here with the castle stuck beneath the sand? Then I caught wind of the rumor those guys had escaped from the dungeon. So you used them? Bingo! And obviously I couldn't let them find out I was the king. Because they just escaped from your own jail? Could have told us. Uh-oh, we better hide. Boss? Monster must have gotten him. Poor boss didn't even last as long as the last one. Oh well, let's go. You don't care if they take all that treasure? I couldn't care less about that treasure. What we need to worry about is Kefka. Those guys haven't done any wrong, not really. Let's go shake things up. Alright, what's your question? Which should I pay attention to? Which should I pay more attention to? Damage or the type of die I roll for that damage? I don't understand your question. Do you mean like total numerical number or like a D12 versus a D10? That's a lot of treasure. Alright, we need to redo our stuff here anyway. Ugh. Two Talon? Hold on, I gotta... Okay, sorry. I have 3 to 18 damage, 3d6 fire. 6 to 15, 3d4 plus 3 force. 3 to 24, 3d8 thunder. 3 to 22, 1d10 piercing plus 2d6 cold. I have 2 slots and I'm trying to figure out what to pick. So you have 2 weapon slots that you could put, like, you can dual hand weapons? What you're talking about? So changing weapons in combat is a completely viable thing to do. So don't be afraid to like switch out weapons in the middle of a fight. I would probably go with 3 to 24, 3d8 thunder, and 3 to 22, 2d10 piercing and 2d6 cold, or 1d10 piercing, 2d6 cold, because they have theoretically they have the highest damage output possible. But I would keep the fire and force on that person's inventory so that if you run into an enemy that's immune to thunder and cold or something, you could swap the weapons around. That's what I would do. Does that make sense? I was like, why isn't she going left? Hey, Lucid. How are you? Oh, the engines work again. Next stop, the surface. Oh. So you're saying those are... You're not saying weapons, you're saying spell slots? These are spells that you can choose from? Is that what you're saying? If it's spells, I'd probably still go with those two, unless... Well, it also depends on whether or not they are cone, whether they're ranged or melee spells. It depends whether they're area effect or single target spells. There's a lot to go into with that. And again, wizard spells can be changed out at any time, with the exception of they cannot be changed out in combat. So what you can always do is you can... let's say, for example, you got into a boss fight and you took the thunder and the cold spells, and it turned out the boss was immune to thunder and cold. Then if you fail to beat the boss that time, you just, before you go into the boss room from your save point, you just swap out spells real quick and then go back into the boss fight. Totally viable. Yes, let's rest. Are you kidding? Yep. As soon as you said it was wizard, I knew it was Gale. Because yeah, wizard spells are extremely powerful, but they can also be easily countered. So it's one of those that's like you have to have built-in flexibility. As you progress, you have to understand that this game doesn't expect you to like choose a weapon and stick with it for a long time, or choose spells and never change them. Wizards, for example, can theoretically learn absolutely every spell in the entire game. Theoretically. So the ability to like swap out spells very frequently when necessary is very important. What am I doing? Oh, I never gave him a... Thank you, Cappy. Snackies. Yes. Yeah. You always, I think it's by default. Lucid might know more than I do, but I think by default, offhand weapons, unless otherwise specified, do half damage. You can get abilities that nullify that, though. So later on, you can get skills or abilities or equipment that will say nullifies negative effects of an offhand weapon. So then your offhand weapon does as much damage as your main hand weapon. Oh, they do their base damage, but you don't get any from modifiers like strength or dexterity. Okay. That's not the only one, but yes, Baka. Maybe we don't fight these. Oh, one other thing too, Talon. If you're looking at a item description in the game and it says, like, this sword, like, this attack can, like, daze an enemy, and daze is bolded, and you're like, I don't know what daze means. If you get that box up and you press the letter T, it'll lock that box in place, and then you can mouse over the word daze, and it'll tell you what daze is. And if it has something in there that it doesn't explain properly, you can hit T, and it'll lock that box in, and then you can mouse over the other part. So you can just keep doing that to get better explanations of what stuff means. So, when you select a spell for a character, you get to choose spells that are available to the character, and then you choose spells that are currently available right now. So there are spells that you learn and you have written in your spell book, and then there's spells from your spell book that you have memorized to your character right then. And your spell book does not have a limit, but your character has a limit of how many they can have memorized. So you just, like Lucid's saying, hit tab, go to spell book, and then you can change spells out. Keep in mind, you can only know a certain number of spells, and that's for all your spell levels. So if you have like 4 casts of a level 1 spell and 1 cast of a level 2 spell, maybe you need to have more level 1 options than you have level 2 options. You know what I mean? You can also always upcast spells, so you can take a level 1 spell and cast it at level 2. Sometimes it's more powerful, sometimes it's not. You cannot cast down a spell. So, if it's a level 2 spell, you cannot cast it at a level 1 and take a damage reduction. You just can't use it. So, keep that in mind. Yeah, your action, bonus action, and movement speed can be used in any order. You can move 5 feet, bonus action, move 5 feet, action, move 5 feet. You don't have to use all your movement at one go. You can mix your movement up. Balder is the name of the guy who... No. The gate was named after Balder. The gate existed before Balder and then was renamed after him. Not even a joke. This isn't even a good place that would level up because the desert hares don't give you any experience. I want to grind and all the enemies around here either one-shot me or give me 0 experience. So a character will automatically try to avoid hazards that they can see, and they will automatically try to find the shortest path to where you're telling them to go. So, unfortunately, if they don't have enough movement to go around the obstacle and reach where you clicked, but they could get there if they walk straight through the obstacle, they'll go through the obstacle. So they will try to avoid it, but usually, like 99% of the time, you just end up telling them to move the maximum amount of their movement. That's a weird combination of... Actually, it's not them being dumb, it's the player not paying attention, honestly. Oh, they were following you. Yeah. That pathing is not necessarily the smartest, you're correct. Strangely enough, pathing has gotten better since the game came out. It was worse in the beginning. I need to go? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Alright. Well, there's that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it makes more sense if you're shown, but yeah, I figured you'd get it. You like that? Yeah. Also keep in mind there's absolutely no timer in the game whatsoever, so it doesn't matter if you take an hour to do something. If it takes you that long to figure out what you're doing, it's totally fine. No. If it says read and then a person's name, that's just you forcing that person to read the book. I mean, I don't throw them away, if that's what you mean. You can send them to camp. That's what I always did. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing in the game that you have to beat the game that the game will let you destroy or get rid of. There are things in the game that might be necessary to complete a side quest or might be necessary to complete a quest in a particular way, and the game may let you sell those or destroy those. So that's part of the reason why I saved all my books. Because if I ran into somebody that was all like, man, it sure would be awesome if I had a book about this, then I'd run back to camp and go and look through my books real quick. What about other items? Same thing. If it's required for the actual game, the game won't let you destroy it. It's not required for the game, but only required for a very specific outcome. Yes, they will let you destroy it. Yeah, like Lucid said, you can sell anything that's not orange. If it's got an orange outline, it's probably needed for something at some point. Everything else is optional. Shoot, the game will even let you destroy orange stuff, but orange stuff specifically are quests related. But like any white, green, blue, or purple items can be sold with no repercussions. If you don't want it, you can get rid of it. Yeah, it was mithril ore. Don't sell mithril ore. Hey, Setzer. You survived. Come with us, we're going after Kafka. I just don't have the drive to do that kind of stuff anymore. What are you talking about? I'm a gambler. My world has always been one where a man's spirit could soar free. Not anymore. I feel like the weight of this world is crushing me. It's just too much to bear. And on top of that, I've lost my wings. You fought with all your heart before the world was ruined. That couldn't have been easy either, but you seem to bear that just fine. That was then. All my dreams are gone now. You need a dream to chase after, then why don't you find yourself a new one? Like taking our world back. You know what? You might be right. You chased after it with me then, my new dream? Thanks, I think it's time to pay a visit to Daryl's tomb. Maybe I should have done that later. Rip. Yeah, the problem with my situation was that I specifically asked when I picked up the items, is this like all the other vendor trash I've been giving? Because it looked like vendor trash. And people are like, yeah, it's trash, sell it. So I looted it in the area where you're supposed to use it, and I went back to a vendor and sold it. And then the vendor didn't have it anymore. So I just got bad information from somebody in chat, is all. What spell doesn't say short rest or long rest? Oh, yeah, those are spell slots. Those are combat only spells with spell slots. That's what those are. And spell slots are generally only recovered from a long rest. Yeah, warlocks need short, everyone else is long. There's a real tough fighting fellow in the Colosseum. Seems like he's trying to get a weapon called the Itchy Geki. There's still some people with vision, even after what happened, like my brother up north. He built the whole thing for a world like this. What? Charming man with a mustache came through town recently. He kept saying thou to everyone. I think he said he was heading for Miranda.